What's up, my doggies? Welcome back to another Escape from Tarkov video. I'm Khan, and today I want to talk to you guys about strength training, endurance, and why it's important and why you should do it. I'm also going to talk about the methods that are the best, in my opinion, for training strength. And I've got an awesome group of viewers on Twitch. I'd love to have you come and join us. I've got a Discord that's always growing with new and veteran players who like to help each other out. And I'm giving away an Edge of Darkness Tarkov account to one of you guys. All the details on how to enter down below, as well as all my links. Let's jump straight into the video. So, strength training. Strength. What is strength? What is endurance? What are all of these soft skills that people constantly talk about? But I want to show you guys basically the reason why strength is such an important skill to level up for those Giga Chads out there, and a reason why you want to get it to elite. So the main two that I'm going to be focusing on today is endurance and strength. Basically, what endurance does is endurance allows you to sprint longer, so it increases your stamina by 75%. It also increases your hands endurance, so therefore your upper body stamina, that blue stamina bar that's above your green stamina bar, that is your upper body stamina. So it allows you to hold your breath longer, it allows you to hold your gun up longer with lower ergo on your weapon. It also decreases your jump stamina drain by 30% once it's elite, so you can jump more often without depleting your stamina bar as often and as much. It increases your breath holding time by plus 100% at elite level, so therefore you can hold your breath for twice as long as a PMC who would have 1% or level 1 endurance. Now, if you guys don't know, in Tarkov, once you get your skill, a soft skill, up to level 51, you gain an extra perk. Some of these are bugged or they're just not in the game, but for endurance and strength, they do work and they are in the game. So for these two, the little perks I will go over right now. So once you have your endurance level 51 and you have maxed out endurance, as you can see I have, your breathing is independent of your energy. So what that has to do with is, if you were completely out of stamina, you'll notice that when you go to hold your gun up and you go to hold your breath, your gun will still be shaky because you are out of stamina and you can no longer hold your breath. Elite level endurance allows you to hold your breath even if you are completely out of stamina. So you can be completely out of stamina, running, stamina completely drained, and still pull your gun up and have that steady aim. So strength and endurance go hand in hand. That's the reason why I'm doing them together. So let's talk about what strength perks allow you to do as you level up your strength. So you can increase your jump height by, I have it at 18% at the moment, but you increase your jump height. You can increase your carry weight, so you can carry more items in your backpack or on your rig or on your person without becoming over encumbered or overweight. It increases your melee strike power, so you have more melee damage if you're a hatchling runner. Boy, if you don't get... It increases your movement and your sprint speed by a certain amount as well. It also increases your throw distance, so you can throw grenades further, and aiming, so that means the actual act of aiming in will drain less stamina as you level strength as well. Now, the elite perk for strength, which I don't have currently, I'm at level 46, which you unlock once you have elite level strength, which is level 51, is the weapon that is on your sling and on your back. Both do not count towards your weight. So guns are usually pretty heavy items, armor being heavier than guns, but guns are usually one of your heavier items that you have on you. But what I want you guys to focus on right now is in the bottom left hand side of the screen underneath my camera where it says kg. Right now I'm 26.8 out of 89. 89 being the maximum amount of weight that I can carry. Now, as you can see, this is currently in the white level. So when I'm in the white level of my kg, that means that I am underweight. So if I were to go into a raid right now, move around the map, raid as normal, I would be gaining endurance skill. So I will be leveling endurance skill. Now, once I am overweight, you will notice that it goes yellow. So as you can see, this last shotgun shell put me overweight. At 35.8 kilograms, I am now overweight in terms of my weight limit. So now, if I were to go into raid with my kg yellow like this, I would be gaining strength skill as I play throughout the game. So as I travel distance with it yellow, I'm training strength. With it white, I'm training endurance. You can also tell this in-game without actually going into your inventory by your character, where when you pop painkillers, you know how you see that little like blue symbol at the top left? There will be a yellow symbol. If you see that yellow kg symbol, that means that you are now overweight, and it will pop up once you're overweight. So sometimes if I forget to do my strength training and I want to train my strength in raid, what I'll do is I'll just pick up some items until I see that level that yellow symbol, and then I know I'm overweight and I'm training my strength now. The third part of being overweight is being over encumbered. So if you were to ever see your weight limit be in the red right here, that means that you are so overweight that you will not be able to move very well in raid. So your stamina goes down really quickly. You can barely move, you can barely sprint, and it's really not a good time. So you never really want to have yourself in the red, but that's just a little extra thing. Now let's get into how to actually train these things. I strongly suggest that if you want to max out both of these, I would suggest that you max out your endurance first. The reason for this is because as you max out your endurance, it will help you in the task of maxing out your strength. The more stamina that you have from maxing out your endurance, the more easily you're going to be able to max out your strength after the fact. If you max out your strength first, it still really won't affect you maxing out your endurance, but maxing out your endurance first will actually really help you get that strength up. So what I would recommend doing in order to max out your endurance is sprint around the map, be a little chatty, run around, or also just survive raids and travel long distances without becoming overweight too quickly. If you're low strength and you start going into raids overweight, I know this is a problem for a lot of people that first start out. They're picking up so many items for tasks and stuff like that they're overweight so fast they never train their endurance, and at the beginning their strength goes up way faster than their endurance because they have such a low strength ability that they're almost overweight every time they go into raid. Try to keep yourself underweight if you can. You can also use SJ6s, which are the blue stims, in order to speed up the process of just moving. What this does is it gives you more stamina and for 240 seconds, and you get better stamina recovery as well. So what that does is allows you to run more and progress through the map faster. As I would fill a docs case up with things like diaries, things like SAS drives, stuff like that, put it in my gamma, and then I would progress through the map just straight up running. What I used to do and what a lot of people used to do is they would grab a docs case and they would fill it with SAS drives. So once they fill that SAS drive, they would then put it in their gamma, and that would get them overweight before even going into the raid. Recently, BSG nerfed the SAS drives weights, diary weights, certain things like that. Anything that fits in a docs case, the weight was basically nerfed. So that way didn't really work anymore, and it doesn't really work anymore. It still does get you overweight a little bit, but I don't think it's worth it in terms of the money for the SAS drives or the space in your gamma. Some people also just have an alpha, so therefore it's probably not worth it for those people at all. Another way that you can do it is if you take off your gamma and you throw on one of your epsilon container. My epsilon container has a bunch of money in it right now, so I can't do it, but the epsilon container is able to fit a military battery in it. So if you can grab one of those big military batteries, put it in an epsilon container or a car battery or two, and then throw that in your pouch, that will definitely put you overweight before going into the game. The problem with this is as you progress through the map and pick up more loot, you're going to get so much heavier as you go, and you can't really ditch that car battery or that military battery because they're expensive and you don't want to just ditch them. So that's kind of a way that is you could use, but it's a little bit crappy at the same time. The way that I do it, okay, is I fill up my gear. So this is my loadout that I'm going into a raid with. I'll fill up all my gear, everything that I'm going to run. Then what I'll do is I'll put my Blackrock in my bag or my rig, my armored rig, whatever it may be, and I'll control click a bunch of shotgun shells. Now these shotgun shells, the 7mm shotgun shells are super cheap, 32 rubles a shell. I'll buy 1,000 of them at a time for like 32k, and then I'll just throw all these shotgun shells into my bag, and then I'll run the raid like this. You can also use coal pack helmets or any just crap item that's really cheap, and you can just fill up on these, and I will control click them until my weight goes yellow so that I know that I'm overweight for that raid. Now this is probably the best way I can do it, because the best thing about this is once you are actually in raid and you're picking up loot, you can get rid of these shotgun shells. They're worth nothing. You can just delete them out of your bag as you progress through the raid, so you're always going to be overweight and you're always training that strength. Now the last thing, now this isn't really for new players because I doubt you have your hideout very high, but if you have your hideout maxed out to the point of your air filtering unit, which is very important, what you can do is you can boost your skills that you're actually using in raid. So as you can see, current bonuses, groups of skills, leveling, boost, physical, 0%. But however, if I put one of these FP100 filters in, which are actually pretty cheap right now, around 80k, you can see that it boosts my physical skills by 40%. So what that does is physical skills are skills such as your endurance, your strength, and it will boost those two skills by 40%, so you'll level them 40% faster. A lot of people say that you hit diminishing returns way too early when you're using them. That's bullshit. It definitely helps, and running one of those while you strength train will expedite the process immensely. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and this was informative for you. If you guys like these kinds of videos, toss me a like, and if you guys want to see more content, you know who to subscribe to. Peace, people.